This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game, it's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Ray Ray.
And this is our house. Welcome to the House of Hockey podcast. This is episode 95. I'm one of your hosts, Breezy.
And I'm your other host, Ray Ray. And we're both really excited for this episode, not just because it's our first episode back to start the year of 2022 off with, but we have a really, really big guest.
Yeah, super big, super awesome. I don't know what else to say.
I'm going to read you his bio, and then if you haven't already read the title of the episode. Anyway, our guest this week was selected by the Florida Panthers in the third round, 64th overall of the 2011 NHL Entry Draft. He's in his, I think we counted correctly, 10th season in the NHL. He was named an NHL All-Star in 2017. And he's an American professional ice hockey center who currently plays for the Carolina Hurricanes, Vincent Trocheck.
Good old Vince.
Vince, yes, not Vinny. We asked him beforehand.
Not Vinny. Vincent was super awesome talking to him this past week. Got to learn a lot, and we hope you guys are going to enjoy it as well.
Oh, yeah. We covered all of the things: music, food, travels, stories, favorite goal scoring moment. Well, we have to give a big thank you to Savarina, who made this whole thing happen, and a big thank you, of course, to Vincent for taking time out late night on a weekday to chat with us, and we had a lot of fun, and we hope you guys enjoy. Anything else? I don't want to ruin it. I want everybody just to go listen, because we covered so many different things and topics that I think it will be a nice peek into who Vincent is in his life and some of the things both in hockey and outside of hockey that makes who he is.
Yeah, I think we should just head on into it and stop wasting everyone's time.
I agree. Well, welcome to the House of Hockey podcast, Vincent. We're so glad to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So we're going to start with a little clip I'm going to play you, because your name has actually come up on the show from another guest from your days in Florida. Her name is Gabby Red Allen. She's now the in-arena host for the Panthers, and she had a pretty funny story that she shared with us, and I'm gonna play it for you, and then you can react to it. It's all very PG, so don't worry. Don't worry. Don't start sweating. Okay, wait. Let me find it here on my desktop.
Trocheck did that. He turns around. He's coming back, about to head towards the player's bench, to head on into the locker room. But instead, he made a quick turn, jumped on the ATV because Stanley wasn't on it, and started whipping around the ice. So everybody was still in the building. It was so excited. It was so fun. I'm like, wow, this is great. But I'm also please don't crash into us, because my balance, I'm holding a giant flag and my balance is already a little off. So we're, keeping our head on a swivel here. But it was really, really cool. We missed Trocheck, great personality. And, when we played the Canes, the fans love him. So it's great when, he's back in the building.
It seems like that was so long ago. That was just a couple of years ago, I feel like.
Yeah, she was just saying how much they miss you in Florida as well. And how much of a great personality you had that you just hopped on. How much trouble did you actually get into for doing that?
I didn't get in any trouble. It was so random. I just saw, I guess, Stanley, the mascot, would ride around on the ice after games, and he left it unattended at center ice, and I had flashbacks of Marshawn Lynch riding the golf cart on the field. So I decided to hop on and give it a little ride. It was a lot of fun on the ice too. It was a little slippery. There was a little bit of drifting going on. It was fun.
And how did you know how to drive an ATV?
I feel like it was like kind of dumbed down. It was like a kid's ATV almost. Like it was just a button.
I was gonna say, I mean, how do you like work the clutch with your skates? Was that
There was definitely no clutch on it.
okay, good.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Did you ride ATVs like when you grew up in Pittsburgh or anything like that?
Not ATVs. I rode dirt bikes a little bit growing up, but not a ton to the point where it was like one of my bigger hobbies. But I did go through a little bit of a phase where I was riding dirt bikes.
Okay, so it was pretty natural then for you to just like know what to do.
Yeah, it was a motorized vehicle. I could handle it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be. I would be like, where's the button? Where is the
It was kind of like
wheel?
it was a bike. It was basically a bike. There was a handle, brake, and a throttle. That was all there was to it.
And you're like, I only know the throttle, so I'm just gonna go.
Exactly.
I think that's awesome, and I'm very glad you didn't get in any trouble for that.
If I would have hit somebody, it might have been a different story. Luckily, there wasn't too many people on the ice.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So tell us what it's been like to play hockey in two sort of non-traditional hockey markets, both, you know, with the Panthers and then now with the Hurricanes. Like, what has that experience been like for you?
It was different in Florida. Obviously, it's hot all year round, and wear shorts and t-shirt to the rink every day. And the fan base early on when I was there wasn't huge and didn't get a lot of fans. But the better we got as a team, the more fans started coming into the games in Florida. So the fan base grew a lot from the time I got there to the time I left. And now in Carolina, it's sort of a similar feel as it was towards the end of my stint in Florida. It's gotten to the point where fans here are so excited to watch hockey, and we've had a good team the last few years since I got here. We've had a good team, so the fans are phenomenal here now. I mean, we've been selling out games all year, and they got the storm surge and all that fancy jazz that kind of gets the people coming back to the games. And believe it or not, it actually snowed here the other day, so it feels a little bit more like a hockey town.
God, there you go.
Do you have a favorite storm surge to do?
It's been simple since I got here. The first year I got here, we didn't even do it because of COVID. There was no fans in the stands, so we didn't do it. And then this year it's been pretty basic, like just giving a salute to the fans post whatever the skull clap is. So I haven't had to do anything real crazy yet.
Anything on the bucket list or on the radar for you if you get to choose which one to do?
Storm surge bucket list? No, I would have no idea what to tell them to do. I mean, I think there's a couple guys that kind of just do it to figure it out every game. There is no time that I will come into play in any of these.
Oh, come on. You got to give yourself a little more credit.
No, I don't have the creative mind to come up with something for that.
There's a country star that tends to be in the stands on every home Canes game of Scotty McCreary. Have you had the chance to run into that guy yet?
No, I never met Scotty. I know that he was good friends with Ryan DeZingle whenever he was here, but I'd never had the chance to meet him.
Dang. But you met Luke Combs.
Yeah.
I did meet Luke Combs. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Ooh, how was that?
He's a legend. He was awesome to talk to, really down to earth, and seemed like he was just one of the guys. And then we obviously got to go to his concert, and he put on a hell of a show. So he's one of my favorite artists right now, and that was an awesome night.
Yeah. Who else is on your Spotify playlist if you use Spotify on country singers?
Morgan Wallen, Jason Aldean, Luke.
What about the ladies? Like, I'm a big Miranda Lambert. Like, that's my
I like
girl.
Miranda Lambert. I'm a big Adele fan.
Ooh.
Not country, but huge on Adele. Kelsey Ballerini.
I love her.
Yeah, she's good. There's a lot of really good country artists right now. Thomas Rhett. There's a bunch.
There is a bunch. Staples on that one, so good
Yeah.
music taste.
Yeah, we like country music here. So if you like, do you get to pick who's the DJ in the locker room?
I am.
Ooh.
Oh, can you share what is on the current locker room playlist? Or like like the top end of jam, like getting before you're going out there song, like hype up
We've
song.
started a little bit of a superstition where Marty Nietzsche picks the last song before we go out every time.
Ooh.
Okay.
And he's big into rap, so it's usually a rap song. Whoa by Lil Baby has been played a lot. Grease by Drake and DJ Khaled. What other ones?
I'm like so out of the loop. I don't know any of those songs.
Yeah,
I'm like
they're all
I'm like
new. They're all new school rap. Like it's, I think Drake one's not. The Drake one's good, but
okay.
he's young, and he likes all the new school rap stuff. So, but there's a lot of like EDM on the playlist. That's stuff that's like a lot of more upbeat, get the guys going type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any country? Any like Luke Combs?
Not on the game day playlist, no.
They would like
In the morning though, I'll play country tunes. I usually go on and either play Chris Stapleton or Morgan Wallen radio on Spotify in the morning.
There you
yeah.
go.
I don't know that that's probably not a super popular music category for like pump up jams in the
Yeah,
hockey locker room.
it's more of a
Probably
mellow
not.
time. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a morning
Um,
skate kind of thing.
Yeah, the calm
Right.
before the storm, right?
right.
Oh, but I'm ching breezy.
Got it.
What was it like growing up in Pittsburgh playing hockey? Like, is it a hockey kind of town for like childhood sports and stuff like that? Like, what's that
It is
community
now.
like
Yeah, it is
now?
now. Growing up, it wasn't as big. I think like my age group is kind of where it first hockey started getting big in Pittsburgh. Um, in my birth year, the Penguins had just won back-to-back Stanley Cups, so it was like that's kind of whenever everything got going for hockey. And my birth year, I think we had 4 guys drafted to the NHL and 4 guys playing now in the NHL from my draft year. And it's kind of getting bigger and bigger as the years gone on. And Mario's done so much in the youth hockey programs there that has built it up a ton. So now I'd say it's a very big hockey town. Yeah.
Great city, great people. The friends of mine that are from
Blue
there.
collar people. Yeah.
Yeah, great. And apparently there's great Italian.
There is some really good Italian food. Yes.
Do you have a favorite place there that you go? Like when you go home, like where do you have to go eat in Pitt?
Alla Familia is really good. That's kind of closer to downtown. There's a couple outside the city. Oberloni is one of my favorites. There's a lot. There's plenty of good Italian restaurants that you couldn't really go wrong.
How do you like the barbecue though in Carolina? Are you a barbecue guy?
I kind of am. I'm not. I mean, it's not. I'm not huge on it, but the barbecue here is really good. I think there's like a difference between here and Texas barbecue that you're not allowed to compare the two. But I spent some time in San Antonio, and I've spent time here, and both barbecues are good. But the one here is supposedly like vinegary based, I guess. So that's the difference, but it's good. Both are good.
Breezy's the barbecue expert. She barbecues like a nut and is really good at it. She's send me her. Is it your smoked nuts, Breezy?
Yeah.
I always say it wrong, and we're gonna have to send you some because she's got mad skills on the barbecue situation.
What kind of grill do you use?
Well, I have 5 different smokers, so I
Oh
have
wow.
She's very serious.
yeah, I have 3 Traegers, all different sizes, and then 2 Oklahoma Joes. So one's a drum smoker, and then one's an offset smoker. So
Wow. I have a Traeger as well, and I have one of those green egg too.
ooh,
I don't use the green egg as much, but
the green eggs
the
is a little
Traeger.
hard.
Yeah, I think so. The Traeger is extremely easy and it's amazing, but that's pretty much why I don't use the green egg all that much. But yeah, the Traeger's awesome.
It is awesome. Do you have like a favorite dish that you've made so far?
Yeah, I've made ribs on it a few times that are just out of this world.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with ribs.
Yeah,
Do you think
that thing makes it easy.
Do you think you could share your rib recipe with Breezy? You guys are going to swap recipes here?
Yeah,
No?
it's
Is
on
that not
the one
allowed?
that, of course, it's the one that I use is like it's a Traeger app recipe. The guy that it's one of the they have an app when you buy a Traeger grill and it gives you a bunch of different recipes. And this guy has one on there that I used. One of my buddies recommended it, and it's the same one I use every time. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Really simple too.
Yeah, once you got a good recipe, you just don't want to like test anything else out. You're just like, this is it.
Yeah,
this is what we're doing.
Yeah, and it's a simple recipe. It's basically just like a rub and some honey. That's pretty much it.
Yep. Wrap it up. Do the
wrap it up.
3-2-1 method and call it a day.
Takes like 5 hours, but it's great.
Yeah.
You're going to have to send him some of your stuff, Breezy.
All right, I will.
This week's episode of the House of Hockey podcast is brought to you by...
The NFL playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is kicking things off with a huge offer. Counting down to Super Bowl 56, new customers can get 56-1 odds on any wildcard team to win their game. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team is victorious. If Sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, you still have something to play for this wildcard weekend. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football contests. DraftKings is giving new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, use promo code THPN, and get 56-1 odds on any NFL team. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code THPN this wildcard weekend at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 years or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Minimum $5 deposit and a $1 wager required. One per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're on the road, do you have like a favorite city for food that you go to, or like a restaurant that you like love that you've found during all of your hockey travels?
Good question. I'm sure there is one. Let me think. There's got to be one that I have to go to every time. Martini in Columbus is actually really good Italian. They have a good chicken parm. Surprisingly, it's directly next to the rink too. It's right there. But that's been a staple. In Carolina, M Sushi is tremendous. Double Knot in Philly is a sushi joint. Really good.
I take it you eat a lot of sushi.
Yeah, I do. I love sushi. Yeah. I eat Italian before games, though, every night. If it's the night before a game, I have to have Italian. So I have Italian restaurants in every city.
Is that part of your like pregame ritual, like routine? Like you have are you like super ritualistic, or are you sort of?
Food wise, yeah. But other than that, I'm not like entirely superstitious.
Okay. No, like left skate first and then the right skate and like.
I think just based on routine, I do. I think my left skate goes on first, and then I.
Oh
yeah.
God! Now
so,
you're gonna
I
be
guess
thinking about it, and we're gonna screw up your thing, and it's gonna be you're gonna be like
I
putting
won't
your
allow that.
Oh, okay, good.
I won't allow that.
Good. I don't want to. Be
it won't get in my head. I think I go left skate first, and then right, and then I tie my right skate and then my left. Just because I'm there already, you know.
Yeah. It's funny. There was some guy in the league. I was watching an interview, and he says that he eats the same thing every single night, like to a T. Are you basically the same way?
I think every single guy in the league is.
That's
Do
crazy.
they all just eat chicken
at
parm?
home, at least? Yeah, it's chicken parm. That's what we eat. And then the day of the game, it's the exact same every time. Unless you're on the road. On the road, it's different. It's harder to eat the same thing on the road when you go to a restaurant, but it's all around the same.
But why? Like, aren't there other things with meat and pasta that we can eat?
Like, that's it. I mean, if you put chicken and pasta and it's the same thing. It's like you're having chicken parm essentially because I'm throwing cheese
That's
on it.
true.
That's true.
You're right. You're right. But like a primavera has like vegetables in it.
Yeah, I'm in for that. Or you throw vegetables on the side of the chicken parm. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You're right. It really
When I'm
is
home, I
just
eat chicken, pasta, and broccoli or peas or something green. So
it really is all just chicken parm. I'm like thinking that through. Like, well, if you put cheese on it and meat,
Italian food is
yeah.
basically all the same. It's pasta and chicken.
It really is. In December, you reached your 500th game, which is like incredible. Do you have a like memorable goal moment, anything like super impactful during, any of those games, or maybe not even during your time in the NHL?
There's a few, I guess. My first goal in the league, I remember vividly. First goal as a Hurricane, I remember vividly. First goal as a Hurricane playing against Florida, I remember vividly. First playoff goal, I remember. Those pop into my head. Other than that, I can't really remember any.
Did you do anything to celebrate?
Oh yeah, of course. Well, actually, no. The only one I didn't really celebrate on was my first goal was an empty net goal. So my first NHL goal. So I did not celebrate.
No. No.
It was almost embarrassing, but it happened.
No.
So
A
there's what
goal
it is.
is a goal is a goal.
Yeah,
Like
you
to
could say
get
that.
you
I
on the
guess.
board, right?
I just like telling people that my first NHL goal was against the Devils and Brodeur. He just happened to be on the bench at the time.
That's good. That's a good story.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I like that one.
Did you celebrate the 500 games though? That's what I meant. I didn't say that very well.
We were on the road. I don't know. I don't think I did. We were on the road. I think we were post game. We flew back to Carolina or we flew somewhere. So it was mild. And whenever you sit next to Jordan Stahl in the locker room, he's got twice as many games. It doesn't feel as cool.
No.
Oh man.
Definitely not.
No.
Do you have any other arenas that you really like to play in when you're on the road? Or
Vegas
that maybe
is
Oh, go ahead.
electric.
Yeah.
Montreal is awesome. Montreal is the best ice in the league, so I enjoy playing there a lot. MSG and I guess it's not the Staples Center anymore. What is it? It's the
Crypto.com arena.
Crypto.com arena. Those are cool just because of the history in them. Those are probably my favorites.
And the fan experiences that kind of stick out to you too. I know there's a lot of fans that like to know that they are appreciated in some sense. They feel like you can't. Players don't necessarily hear them when they're chanting, in the stands or whatnot. So it's always good to hear fan experiences.
I don't know if there's any that stick out, like anything crazy that has happened. The fan experience here, the fans are extremely involved. The storm surge is what it is, but everybody stays after the game because they enjoy that part of it. So that's been definitely a different fan experience, and it kind of gets the people in the stands involved in the game a little bit, which is pretty cool to see.
Definitely.
And they get to tailgate.
Yeah.
And you
They
guys
tailgate from 10 a.m. When I show up for morning skate, there's people in the parking lot in Raleigh.
have you ever gotten to walk through there?
No, I've never gone through and walked through the tailgates at all. No.
You should just walk through and be like, "Yo, give me a rib."
My son's big on the mascots, so I know the mascots right now.
Oh.
Ooh.
What who's his favorite?
Stormy, of course.
Of course. No
Yeah.
more Stanley. Let's see if I got that name right.
He still likes Stanley a lot, but
Has a
we
new
push him
favorite.
towards Stormy.
Naturally.
We have more Stormies in the house.
What does he do when he sees the mascot? Like are the kids coming to games, or like what do you
Yeah,
guys
he
doing
comes to the
in
games
this?
occasionally.
Yeah.
He loves it. He tries to get involved with them. We went to a Durham Bulls game, which is like a minor league baseball game earlier in the year, and
Oh
they had a
yeah.
mascot, and Stormy was at the game as well, and he was freaking out. But he's big into mascots right now. He loves it.
That's so cute. Do you think he's gonna play hockey?
Yeah, he's obsessed. Yeah, he's definitely gonna play hockey. Yeah, this is just everywhere I go in my house. These are his rollerblades.
Right at your feet. That's great.
Everything. There's a hockey rink behind me. He's obsessed. He
Oh,
wakes up in the
nice.
morning and he wants to put his rollerblades on right away. Um, Watches videos on YouTube of like highlights and stuff. At 3 years old, it's crazy.
At 3, he's watching highlight reels. Like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
he knows how to use Siri and tell Siri to look up Stormy and the Panther, and it's funny.
Is he like, look up highlights from Dad's game last night? Does that work or no?
He'll say look up Boston Bruins versus New Jersey Devils or something like that.
Dang.
Yeah.
And he's 3.
Yeah.
And
He's obsessed with hockey. That's all he knows.
oh my God. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah. I'm pushing him towards golf, but it hasn't worked yet.
Hey, I mean, golf, hockey, they all end up being the same, right?
Yeah. Just a little bit less head trauma in golf.
Yeah.
I don't know. Golf is a pretty hard sport. It messes with your head a lot, so I don't know
That's
which
true. Good
is
point.
worse.
Yeah, I've got post-traumatic stress from playing golf competitively in high school. I can't play anymore. It's like too much for me. I've tried, and I go out there and it's like I can't have fun because I'm like, when I used to swing this club, the ball used to go straight and it used to go X amount of yards, and now it's in the other fairway, and this is horrible, and I just
Yeah,
have
that's
to
the game of
stop.
golf.
Yeah,
That
mental.
is very frustrating.
Hmm.
It is.
Do you
I
play
lose
a
my
lot?
ball on every single.
Yeah, I love golf.
You play a lot, yeah, in the off season and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you can play almost all year round in Carolina, except for this current snowstorm situation.
Yeah. It's been like in the 30s the last little while, but I got out. We had like 11 days off between our one game and Christmas break, and then our next. So I was able to get out once a couple weeks ago, and it was like 70 and sunny, so it was nice. And then we got back from Christmas, and now it's 30 and snowy. So
Yeah. Well, I think we should hit you with. We have our final 3. Breezy, did you have anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, you kick it off.
All right. So we ask everyone all 3 of these questions. So who is your favorite hunk of hockey, which could be an idol that you had growing up, best looking guy in the league, someone you admire as they dress, could be anybody.
favorite player growing up was Peter Forsberg, and he's always been like the guy that I looked up to for anything hockey related. So I'll go with him.
Good call.
And who is your favorite hockey lady? Player,
Favorite hockey lady.
Yeah, player,
Um,
broadcaster, anything.
Emily Matheson. I played with Mike in Florida, and we always would watch her games and on Team USA. So she was
Nice.
my go-to.
Yeah, that was so cool seeing their roster being announced at the Winter Classic. That was really,
Yeah.
I thought that was a good moment for the women's sport to like have that on such a big stage like that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The last question, and I think we might actually have an answer, Breezy, but
Yeah.
do you have a Sidney Crosby story?
I really don't think I do. Um, there was nothing like welcome to the league type of thing he has embarrassed me on the ice a few times early in my career. I don't know if that's much of a story as it is just the usual, but not much else. I mean, he comes back to Pittsburgh early, and I'll skate with him a few times there before training camp, but other than that, nothing interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
tell everybody where they can follow you on social media. If you want.
My Twitter is Trocheck _ or no, it's just V Trocheck. And then my Instagram is Trocheck _ 21.
Awesome. Well, thanks. Have a great rest of your season and postseason. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.